for question 5, you can either use the graph or you can calculate some values. I'm going to do both just so you can see the kind of different ways you can do it. So, if you use the graph, you're going to need to plot the values for all the other graphs. The first one is done for you, Northeastern has been done, so we can tick that one off. Pacific says every unit costs 20p, so always is going to be 20p. So if we use 50 units, again using your calculator, remember 20p is 0.2, so 0.2 times 50, we get that is 10 units. So £10, sorry. So for 50 it's going to be 10, and we're going to do then 100, and we get 20, and we're going to carry on like that, plotting all the different points. Once you've plotted all the points, you're going to just join them up with a straight line. And that is the graph. Oh, helps if you go through the points, you should use a ruler. I'm going to label that as Pacific, and then I've done that one. I've then got to do this East Anglian one. Basic cost is £10, and then every unit costs 10p. So we're always paying £10, but we're also paying an extra 10p per unit. So 10p being 0.1 times by 50 is £5, but plus that £10 basic cost take me to 15. Basic cost 10p times 100, so 0.1 times 100 is £10 plus the £10 basic cost, 20, another one there. Again, I'm going to go through and calculate each value. As you can see, a slightly strange thing has happened. The East Anglian graph started off here, and then it actually met up with the Northeastern graph here. So there's a couple of things I can say. If she spends if she uses 100 units, if she uses less than that, then the Pacific is cheaper. If she uses 200 units, then Northeastern or East Anglian are the cheapest. In between 100 and 200, it is really clear that the cheapest is this line here, which belongs to the East Anglian Company. So what I would say is, from the graphs, it is clear that East Anglia is cheaper than the other companies. What you can do for the alternative method, just working out values, is you would just work out a value for 100 units, 200 units, and something in between. So I know that for the Pacific, every unit costs 20p, so we've already kind of done these calculations. We've got to just fill them in here and work them out. So we're going to do 0.2 for 20p times 100, 0.2 times 200, and 0.2 times 150. And then those are my values for Pacific. I'm going to do the next lot, East Anglian. And their basic rule is £10, the basic cost, plus 0.1 times the number of units. £10 plus 0.1 times the number of units. £10 plus 0.1 times the number of units. Again, I'm just going to work all of them out on my calculator. And then the final job is to do Northeastern. And so they do a basic cost of £30, and then for first 200 units are free. So for 100 units you would pay that. For £200 units you would pay that, and 150 units you would pay that. And you can even see just from this data, it's clear that at 100 units, either of these is cheaper. At 150 units, sorry, 200 units, either of these is cheaper. But at 150 units, this one is definitely cheaper. So if Erica spends between 100 and 200 units, East Anglian is always cheaper.